All right, so let's get this show on the road and see what incredible consumer AI prototypes our teams have kicked up. Let's give them a big round of applause real quick. Oh, come on, we can do better on a Friday, Tuesday. Awesome. All right. So let me introduce the first team that we have here. Team number 1, which is Parent Pal. And I believe our presenter is virtual. And it is Brian Holland. So Brian, let's bring you on the screen.
We've all seen how AI is so powerful in unlocking possibilities for the most impactful problems in the world. There's been much talk about using AI to do jobs better and faster. We built an AI-powered companion that helps with arguably one of the most important jobs in the world, being a parent. Parents are inundated with juggling tasks and responsibilities for everyone in the family, suffering from decision fatigue, feeling uncertain about how to be the best parent, and overwhelmed with so few minutes in the day. 2 areas that parents prioritize are family health and educational activities. Parent Pal empowers parents to make most of family time by engaging a personalized AI-powered assistant that continually adapts to the family's habits and preferences. In our live demo, you'll see how Parent Pal simplifies healthy meal prep, integrates with grocery planning, gets kids off of screens, and generates an engaging mealtime experience for the whole family. You'll connect key integration points such as Amazon Fresh grocery history, calendars, and school schedules. When it's time for breakfast, simply choose a personalized healthy meal option. Parent Pal generates recipes that are easy to make with whatever groceries you already have. Let's say you select apple banana smoothies this morning. Then children can feel empowered to have a say in what they eat by selecting the variation they like most, still with the same healthy ingredients. While your family's getting ready to eat.
Once upon a time, in a cozy little kitchen, there lived 2 best friends named Apple and Banana.
As you see, Parent Pal tells an engaging story about today's healthy ingredients. Nutrition facts above explain why these ingredients are good for specific systems in your body and even introduce geography concepts, showing where these ingredients are grown around the world. Parent Pal keeps you making smart choices every day while keeping your children engaged and learning throughout mealtimes without ever resorting to distracting screens. This way, you can spend more quality time making memories with your family. Consumer wellness is a $1.8 trillion market worldwide. 70% of adults in the world have children, and in the US, over 80% have more than one child. Around 80% of surveyed adults consider wellness to be a top priority. That includes Parent Pal's AIM, nutrition, health, and sleep, and this market is growing 5 to 10% each year. Any company introducing Parent Pal taps into the budgets of 70 to 80% of adults worldwide. Our tech solution is AI-centric and comprised of these components: behavioral analysis for analyzing previous interactions with family members to identify patterns to feed into the recommender system that suggest actions, image generations for different variations of meals, speech-to-text model to transcribe user voice input to generate text for storytelling with the LLM, and interactive Q&A. Text-to-speech model is used for generating audio from text produced by the LLM. They would want to be careful with data of children. Of course, we build larger security measures as we scale a product suite, but first and foremost, we're using open source and self-hosted LLMs so that the data is not shared and stored with anyone else. And all data is vectorized and encrypted. You can talk to us to learn more about our future roadmap. And a big shout out to our team, Tomi and Praneeth in engineering, Brian on design, and that's me on product. And a big thank you to our advisor, Katherine Kennedy from Microsoft, for inspiring this project for families during our brainstorm.
Awesome. All right. Let's give them a big hand. And I believe judges here, we have 2 minutes for any questions, comments, and whatnot. Let me just make sure you've got the right cord here.
How do we... Okay. How do we prevent this from becoming a tool where essentially instead of taking care of children, I'm taking care of a computer, right? I'm managing the inputs and trying to give it an understanding of like, oh, we ate this and we did this and we spent like that's always one of my concerns, especially with tools like this.
Well, that's a fair question. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
So, it's critical for onboarding, and it's got to be smooth, and it's got to pull in all the data. And we're imagining the module, which we didn't build yet, is the one that interacts with the kids. So the kids get asked questions like, "Did you like the banana pancakes from yesterday?" And there's a feedback loop that's built in. The parent doesn't have to keep adding and saying, "Well, he liked this, he didn't like that." That's the old metaphor. Well, we didn't get a chance to build that last AI, but we did this.
Awesome.
Thank you. So you mentioned at the beginning of the video, health and education. So the video was heavy on the health part. What about the education side?
Well, we looked at the education is helping them see the nutrition so that they can want that thing again. They get engaged in the story of a healthy banana, for example. And the design didn't really show yet, as we wanted to drill down to extract the data in a way that's more digestible. We just wanted it to generate the data. We'd want to talk about bananas, where they're from, have a story about where bananas are from. So you're engaging them in the ability to understand the nutrition and like the things about it as an engagement model.
Max, any questions? Good. Okay. Great. Awesome. 10 seconds. Final call. Great. Thank you so much. Thanks, Parent Pal. That is team 1. All right. We ready for team 2? Nice round here. Face future AI. Another virtual. That sounds really future right there. I believe we have Dimos Papadopoulos on virtual to introduce alongside his team. So, Dimos, you're on.
For this year's hackathon, our team has built Face Future AI. Our vision is to rebuild lives, and we are the future of reconstructive and cosmetic surgeries. Our team is consisted by Victor, myself, Cesar, Linas, and Benz. A little bit about the problem statement. There are millions of accidents that occur yearly, presenting a major healthcare challenge. The impact in burn victims' lives is profound, following them for the rest of their lives. We wanted to build a digital ecosystem powered by AI in order to support patients throughout their journey and understand potential outcome post their surgeries, guide medical professionals, as well as provide a platform for the two parties to connect. Our app consists of 3 parts: the imaging analysis, predictive modeling, as well as real-time monitoring. You can see a demo of how it all works on the left side. So the user uploads a photo of a patient's face directly in the app, then AI analyzes the image and provides diagnostic insights, and then a member of the team can input and review the input of the model, while the app generates an image of what they could look like potentially post a series of surgeries. There are the highest security standards that we use for the privacy concerns. When it comes to the technology, we're using React and Framework 7 for the front end, and for the back end, we're using Fast API Python to communicate with OpenAI when it comes to the diagnostic insights and stable diffusion instances in order to generate the images, all managed in a Google Cloud platform. The benefits are multiple for both patients and surgeons. Of course, we have the speed of the outcome because the images get generated instantly. We have the improved outcomes, and the whole app is mobile-friendly, responsive, and accessible. For medical teams, we're reducing stress and we're guiding them throughout all the surgeries that might be required. When it comes to the legalities, our team has thought about it, and we will allow human oversight of the results. We will collect consent for processing of users' images, as well as we're aiming to further train our models in order to ensure no discrimination in the results. Encryption, as per the ultimate industry standards, will help to ensure that the data is secure and reliable. We have also thought about a back office platform, which is crucial in this application. When it comes to the users, this has been designed in desktop in order to think about professionals who are sitting in their desk and working. They can add new patients. They can actually either find an existing patient by searching on their names, and they can upload the images of the customer or patient into the application, and the model starts to analyze the results, give indication and diagnostic insights, and then the doctor or the medical professional can generate the images of what it can look like in the future or post the surgery. and use this slider in order to see the before and after. We're aiming to have detailed comparison views in the application, further training models to improve the accuracy and the efficiency, and venture into 3D real image generation from the model. Building a robust back office application for all the medical professionals, providing a journal monitoring where they can actually share different files, they can schedule appointments and other documentation. And of course, expand to new areas such as cosmetic surgeries, which are very big. The outline. Face Future AI supports victims throughout all the hardships in order to lead them to recovery, but also support them in this journey mentally and health-wise. The app informs all the medical professionals of the state-of-the-art applications and the new treatments that might be available, and analyzes and helps ensure that the problem is well understood and tackled. It helps also professionals to communicate with the end users on what the outcomes can look like with their patients. And the whole process takes only a few seconds. Thank you very much. Will you join us in rebuilding lives?
Thank you, Dimo.
For this year's hackathon, our team has built Face Future AI. Our vision is to rebuild life. You loved it so much that you put it again, AJ. Yeah, that's correct. So basically, we're aiming to partner with various clinics, right? We have already contacted 3 clinics throughout the hackathon. In 48 hours, we could do only so much. And the idea is that we are going to basically tailor the solution locally for the clinic themselves, and also train our data locally in terms of their patients, their history, in order to be able to generate more data sets and more robust models. Of course, we use now public models for testing and when it comes to image generation and so forth. But further, our goal and ambition is to train our own models. Mhm. Absolutely, and this is a major problem that we were discussing with the team throughout the hackathon. And this is something also that the surgeons in the teams actually raised with us, so that we collaborated with it. With our goal is to actually input disclaimers throughout the app that this is, let's say, a temporary result and what it could look like according to the latest methods, as well as link further, into resources, into the latest methods that they're going to be using as medical teams when it comes to the series of surgeries, and explain to the customer that, of course, it's not going to be the real necessary 100% result, but it could look like based on the skin, based on different conditions, as well as based on different factors when it comes to skin color and different medical history of the patient.
All right, fantastic. Thank you for the questions, judges. We are going to rapid fire into the next team that we have here, AI Sentiment Survey. And this team is led by Hirsch Keshav. And it is another virtual presentation for us.
Hi, A.Team Hackathon judges. My name is Hirsch Keshav, and I'm the product manager for Hackathon Team Number 3. We're transforming a global lender, Tala, into a holistic financial advisor by leveraging AI to help counsel their existing customers towards their financial goals. We built Tala, a voice analysis bot that speaks with their consumers, analyzes their satisfaction with their loan products, and then can recommend additional products to them that might be better suited. This entire interface happens through a phone chat conversation with the bot. Now, why is this important? 2 reasons. Number 1, a lot of competition in the lending space. So lending has become commoditized, and Tala consumers shop around for the cheapest loans and often go with those with not as much brand loyalty. Number two, this represents an $80 million revenue increase for Tala if they're able to successfully offer and have a 10% take-up rate of insurance products with their existing consumer base, not to mention expanding further past that. So how do we get there to that big number? Well, it involves, number one, analyzing their customers' psychological stress levels with their existing products. And then number two, being able to offer them holistic products that might be better suited. Let me give you a quick example. Some of Tala consumers might be using loans to pay back medical expenses. However, they might be better suited to using insurance products instead to help cover their medical bills. Now, what does this look like in practice? We built Tala a voice bot that can have a conversation with their consumers. This brief conversation is about 5 minutes long. It's a survey. And throughout that process, we are analyzing the voice tone of what people are saying, and then taking this and bucketing people into psychological groups. Let me show you how that works. So because of this recording, I'm unable to show you the demo live, but I'll show you the output of it at the end. So at the end of the conversation, we have the entire transcript here. And if we scroll down for each of the responses, we analyze the tone and we assign scores based on 25 different attributes. Everything from the admiration in the person's voice, the contemplation, content, empathetic, pain, embarrassment, and so on. We take that, and for the conversation, we take these scores currently in the Hackathon version and we feed them into ChatGPT, and we ask ChatGPT, based on these 25 different attributes and scores, bucket the user into a psychological state. So for example, I've just copied and pasted the 25 scores from one of the statements that the user had made to the bot. And we can see that it is given the conclusion that the user is moderately stressed. It goes into all the different reasons why, which I'll skip forward for the purpose of this demo. But I'll show you what we look like on the admin side. So at Tala, you would be presented with a psychological state assessment of every single user, and we could then use this and build upon this to offer other products to the consumers. What does our roadmap now look like, and where do we go from here? So currently, we want to run a proof of concept to analyze the user's psychological state at the loan repayment stage. Next, we want to make new product offerings to their existing customers. This could be insurance products or others. And then later on, we want to move this and move earlier in the customer journey to the actual loan application stage. And that represents something like a $100 million opportunity. Thanks for watching our demo. I'm Hirsch Keshev from Hackathon Team number 3.
All right. Oh, I know you all have some questions. We'll go to you, Lorenzo.
Hi, thank you. So I'm a little unclear as to what's the step between the psychological analysis and how you transform that into a cross-selling opportunity. Because it seems to me it easily gets into a kind of a exit survey, but how do you link it to the next step and how do you keep the customer engaged?
Yeah, sure. Great question. We analyze their psychological state to determine how satisfied they are with their existing loan product. Tala customers often are repeat users of loans. We want to see which of their users might be a better candidate for insurance products. So if they're psychologically not happy or not getting at their goals with their loan product, perhaps we can recommend them another product such as insurance products, which might be better suited. But it all starts with actually getting a clear understanding of their psychological state. Now, you might be asking, why not just ask them directly in surveys? The reason is that given that they need a loan product, they're not incentivized to always be truthful. So if we can understand their true state based on their voice tone, something that might be harder to lie or fake, then we can figure out if we're really helping them or not. If not, recommend other products that could help.
I'm curious how did we arrive to the conclusion that like the psychological state during the time of the interaction is like one of the major predictors of?
We actually don't know that. So that this is the first step we're taking. What we need to do next is go back and see, are we able to accurately understand their psychological level? Is it a real predictor at this loan repayment stage? And if not, are there other areas in the journey that we're better suited at targeting? We also need to look at whether we're asking the right questions. So this is really just like the first step in exploration, and then from there we can figure out, the effectiveness of this.
Got you. Thank you.
Thanks for the questions.
All right. Thanks, Hirsch. Cowbell's really handy. All right, so that rounds up our virtual teams. Team 1, Parent Pal, Team 2, Future Face AI, and Team 3, AI Sentiment Survey. We have 2 more teams that are presenting, and we have the opportunity to hear them live. So we will make you uncomfortable with this cowbell over here. So let's get right into it. Intro for our Team 4 Originality Engine. Let's get Justin Jones up on stage.
Welcome to the demo of the Originality Engine, our cutting-edge conversational marketing assistant designed specifically for the ad generation department. Today, I'll walk you through how our app works and highlight its key features. Let's start by entering an ad ID into the app. Say Pepsi ad, polar bears, Egypt. As you can see, the app immediately starts processing the input, and this is where the magic happens. Our backend, powered by AI, multimodal, meaning it can handle both text and audio inputs seamlessly. Notice how the response from the AI starts streaming in real time. This isn't just a static reply, it's a dynamic conversation. The AI analyzes the input and starts identifying any overlaps with existing ads. It's kind of like having a marketing expert on call 24/7. For instance, in this one here, the AI points out that Coca-Cola already uses polar bears in their campaigns, especially during the holiday season. And so it provides an in-depth analysis of the idea, highlighting all the potential overlaps, such as the geographic mixing of animals in landscapes. Next, the AI gives a thorough analysis of the idea. It evaluates the uniqueness, relevancy, and creativity on the concept. It might even suggest, or it also suggests ideas. While the idea of polar bears in Egypt is unique, it could create some dissonance with the hot desert environment. One of the standout features is the originality score. The AI quantifies the originality of the idea, giving you a clear metric to gauge its uniqueness. As you can see here, 55 out of 100, because it's not very unique. Polar bears, Coca-Cola's done it. The idea of just being in Egypt, only 70 out of 100. Egypt's unique, but definitely has been done before. The score is incredibly useful for marketers to quickly assess how fresh and innovative their ideas are. The AI also produces visual assistance. So not just text, but after the AI completes its analysis, it generates an image to visually help assist with suggestions. In our example, we just go straight for polar bears, giant Pepsi can. And that's a quick overview of the Originality Engine. That's how it's a powerful tool that not only helps you refine your ad ideas, but also provides actionable insights and visual aids to enhance your creativity. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this demo insightful.
Yeah, I mean, do we need a
hear you virtually. Let me do this for you, my friend. Here we go.
How do we know this is needed by anyone?
Yeah, I got you.
So PepsiCo came to us and said that they have a lot of issues in their ad overlay detection. They spend, I think, $3.2 billion a year in marketing and ad overlay alone. And this isn't just PepsiCo. I mean, all companies run into this. They waste millions, billions of dollars. And we have a back-end AI that has been trained on basically every ad out there. It's in YouTube. There's other databases out there. Not only the visual or not only the transcript, but also the visuals as well.
So the feedback they were showing on screens with the originality concept, why not take it a step further and talk about, plagiarism risk, legal implication? I didn't see, does the app suggest changes to improve the score on what's done, or is it felt like a kind of a bit of a manual input?
Yeah, so at the moment, it provides a lot of text output, as you saw. But in one of the mock-ups that we have for the next version, has a bunch of graphs and things that depict the different aspects of all those that you just mentioned. Inequality, conflict, legal concerns, different ideas. And also in the next version, we have even a little short video between 5-20 seconds of an actual video clip that will play, give some more ideas, as well as variations of videos as well.
10 seconds. Good, Max?
10 seconds. I can ask a question, but I can't get an answer probably. Oh. How are you doing today? No.
Thank you. Thank you, Justin. All right. And now we're into more fun. Last but not least, Team 5 VC GPT, represented by Christine Chen. All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Ugh, I can't keep up with all this data. It's overwhelming. Tell me about it. And half the time, I don't even know if it's accurate. We need something that can give us real-time insights, not just piles of data. Hey guys, I think I found a solution to our data dilemma. Really? What is it? It's the world's first AI venture capital GP. It's like having a supercharged assistant that can find the best deals for us. Introducing the world's first AI venture capital GP. Say goodbye to the days of drowning in data and hello to actionable insights. Our AI model-driven platform sifts through vast amounts of data to find alpha and non-public companies, tracking startup performances across their life cycle, and generating top potential deal recommendations based on proprietary and industry data. With real-time insights on top potential deals across verticals, tracking factors that drove the most successful IPOs over the past 5 years, and generating insights on deals with the highest probability of success based on factors, our platform puts the power of data-driven decision-making at your fingertips. And with voice command capabilities, you can access the information you need without skipping a beat. Say hello to the future of banking with the world's first VC GPT. Powered by JP Morgan.
Good afternoon, JP.
Hi, welcome back to the JP GPT dashboard.
JP, please give me the top deals.
Here are the top 3 deals right now. 1 Scott Group and Furniture Home within e-commerce. 2nd Lambert and some digital and tech media in the marketplace, and 3 Jordan Butler and consumer software and e-commerce.
Thanks so much, JP. Would like to see the latest top deal, according to the highest score from the latest close of business date.
The top deal is Scott Group belongs to Furniture Home with an e-commerce with latest overall score of 5.588580736 for your own reference. This is 049FD712-3 on a good 465FB01D5D9B 54,719 cubic centimeters 3.
JP, could you please provide the rationale for the top deal? Why should we go after this company?
Because the company has the highest scores in financial data score of 0.603477484, investors score of 0.6622644725, and founder score of 15.5. Here are some supporting charts showing their air growth, and EBITDA forecasts for this company.
Thanks, JP, for the information. As a next step, can I collaborate with Jane Smith, my VP, and set up a meeting with her to discuss?
Will do. Your calendar meeting has been booked.
Hey, JP, one last question. Did you forget the chart?
Yes, of course. Here are the charts.
So that's it for the demo. I'm happy to take any questions.
So is that how you guys talk in JP Morgan? Just
job, yeah. Thank you. So this is how that's my job. Goodbye. So I guess what I'm not clear is, how does the app know that those opportunities are even actionable or available? Like, is it a marketplace where companies need to put themselves out there, or?
Yes. So the way that we designed or built this product is that we first analyzed all the IPOs that were successful over the past 5 years and to determine the variables driving the success. And then once those variables are determined, we actually compare to the current list that JP Morgan uses to assess the criteria, and we augmented some additional metrics that encompasses financial, product, customer, liquidity, capital, founder strength, ESG, and sustainability. And once those variables are set, we use Gen AI to analyze portfolio companies' information and assign scores. And the scores that have the highest in aggregation is part of the recommendation list. In the target state, we will probably use a machine learning model that is more close to clustering, in which we'll be clustering different, with startup companies that are in the top 90 or the 95 percentile, and the startups are in the bottom 5 and 10, and compare the factors that's driving success as well as factors driving failure.
So more seriously, like, we've seen this tried numerous times over the years. How do you quantify the unquantifiables, the inherently human factors that actually drive real success or failure in a startup? Because I think that it feels like there's a hubris in there that I'm not sure how you're getting around.
Yes, so this is a very great but complex question. It would require a lot of data analysis and synthesis, and being partnered with an institution like JP Morgan with a lot of depth and breadth of data that's across retail, consumer, investment banking, asset management, and capital markets. We should be able to get granular detail that's not available in the public domain. Secondly, we would be doing a lot of back testing, which means that we will be comparing our predictions versus actual results and continue to do fine tuning. So I don't think it's a straightforward answer, but we should be able to look at some of the major drivers that's contributing to the success as well as the failure, and be able to determine underlying patterns.
Thank you. All right. What was the score on the cowbell? 4 out of 5? Awesome.